losing your mind. We are going to be covering where to find your content ideas, how to create your own following, and how to beat social media algorithms. So if you're struggling with being seen in the online marketplace, I am going to help you today to create amazing content so that you can get the coins, so that you can get the followers, so that you can get authority in your industry and have an overall healthy business. I am a content strategist. I own Virtual 40, a virtual assistant agency, and I am still the head content strategist. I am still over content. Couldn't do it without my assistants though. And I know how much content, great content, impacts our businesses. I have seen people go from virtually no followers, virtually no people concerned about what they're doing on the internet, to being in position where they are looked at as the best, as the greatest, because they know how to inform their people and they know how to build connection with their words. So I've said to you guys so many different times, being able to express your value and how you impact others is directly connected to your ability to earn. So I'm going to help you with this today. And sometimes it's just as much and just as big as you really being able to identify your audience and what they want to hear from you. So we're going to break that down today. It's not going to be one of those talks where I tell you just be consistent, just look for your client. No, it's more it's a more in-depth fix than that. And I know a lot of people say that, and they're not really giving you guys the tools that you need to be successful. So today, I am going to make sure that you have exactly what you need. I'm taking a few seconds to share it inside of my communities on Facebook. I ask that you do the same because bosses do not boss alone. Hey, Miss Ty 14. Oh, that's Tyra. Hey, girl. You want to go ahead and share this out to your communities. It is free, but it is a offering to me. I can see every time you guys share, and that lets me know that I'm creating good content that makes you happy, that helps your business grow. And I appreciate you guys for doing that. I appreciate you guys for sharing out to other people, tagging. I see it as you do it. Now, let's go ahead and jump in. Everybody, y'all know how we rock. Go ahead and type ready to receive into the comments if you are ready to receive this information about planning content for social media to grow your business. So once again, we're talking about where to find content, how to create your own following, and how to beat social media algorithms. So let's talk about social media algorithms before we even jump into the content. Hey, Jennifer, good to see you, dear. If this is your first time, make sure that you say hello as well. And let me pause and introduce myself. My name is Bria Hash, owner of Virtual 40. If this is your first time ever seeing me, thank you. Welcome to my community. I know that there's a bunch of big bad wolves on these internets that be saying things about me, but I am here to help you to grow your business. I am here for my people. My people know who my people are, and it is what it is. This is my calling. This is my mission to help us as Black business owners grow our businesses. And if you're offended by that, bye. See you later. Don't want you here anyway, because we want advocates and people that are in line with us in our spaces. This is a safe place for you, a safe place for your business. And the content that I share is tailored to our businesses because you are my people. You are my audience, and we have very specific delivery. We have very specific ways that we talk. We have very specific ways that we serve our audiences. So I am so grateful that you are here, grateful that you found me. And if it's your first time, no, I don't want it to be your last time. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, like and follow my page on Facebook so that Facebook knows that we talking and we go together. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for being here. I see you guys sending ready to receive through the comments. So I appreciate all of you guys that are actively participating, because you know this is a two-way street. This is not a dialogue in any way, shape, or form. My energy increases when your energy increases. So if you want me to give you all the secrets, you better send me some hearts. You better send me some comments, because y'all know how I get when I'm on the road. Well, back to social media algorithms. So algorithms is a word that I think that some marketers use just to scare everybody into believing that they're smarter. But I also realize that algorithms are literally just technology. So if you can't figure out and you haven't been able to wrap your mind around what an algorithm is, it is technology trying to mock human behavior. So when we get on Facebook and you come on and say you like my video one day and then you never tune into another broadcast, Facebook is going to determine or discern that as you being interested at one point, but not really liking what you see from me. So they are not going to show my content to you. That's why if you want to keep seeing my content, you got to like my post, you got to like my page. And that goes for anyone that you actually want to see, because you will stop seeing my content and other people's content if you don't engage with it. Now, on the other hand, as the business owner, it is my job to create content that never stops so that you never stop liking and you never stop commenting and you never stop engaging. That is why consistency is so important when it comes to content, because you are creating a daily behavior with your followers. You are becoming a part of their everyday lives, where they are liking, where they're communicating, where they are knowing who you are, where they're building relationship to you. And it's not about just what you are selling. It is about so much more than that. You have a distinct opportunity to build connection with your audience in a way we have never, ever seen before. I have sold more off my personality this year than I could have ever sold with paid advertisement. So content really has a big role in your business. Paid advertisements can't do it for you. You can't throw advertisement money at the wall. And most of us don't have advertisement money to throw away. But you can't do that and think your business is going to be successful. You have to pair it with content. You have to pair it with shareable ideas or communal ideas that people can get attached with and understand that they want to support and to help your business to grow. So do y'all understand that? Send me some love if y'all are feeling that. Send me some love if that is helping you guys to break down what this big old bad content algorithm duo is. So I've heard more than one time, and I've seen more than one time, you guys come to me and tell me that you just don't know what to say on social media. You just cannot be consistent when it comes to social media. Facebook, y'all quiet over here. Send me some love. I think we got a bit of a delay happening today, but I still love y'all. Hey, Tanya, so happy that you're here. But I've seen a lot of people say to me that they don't know what to say, that they cannot be consistent on social media, that they, go to the computer and they're just staring at it. And there are a lot of reasons why that may be happening. But today we're going to get to the bottom of it. Content, not just content, but amazing content is the key to creating community, trust, and authority. And whenever you're selling anything, whether it be a service or whether it be a product, you want community, you want authority, and you definitely want trust. From someone to go from a stranger to buying from you, they have to have trust in your ability, trust in your quality, trust that you can solve their problem. And the way that you present that to them is through your content. Everyone's content is not going to be the same in their business. I work with all kind of business owners. Some of them sell real estate, some of them teach in the classroom, some of them do hair, some of them do nails. Some of them are virtual assistants. Some of them are massage therapists, all kinds of clients. Understand me when I say that every single business has different content that will help them to create authority, community, and trust with their audience. So it's important for you to be very keen to what that is going to be for your business. Now, especially as small business owners, effective content is going to be the key for us because, as I said before, we don't have $1 million budgets. Pepsi, Target, Sprint, T-Mobile, they can get it wrong. They can get it wrong as many times as they want to get it wrong because they have the money to spend. They have the money to throw, to lose, to invest, where we may not have that amount of money to do so. So content is going to cover us. I always say, if you don't have cash, you better have content. If you don't have time, then you better have money. If you don't have money, then you better have time. It's one or the other. So when it comes to content, it covers us in ways that allows us to create relationship and raving fans. I'm at the point where I don't just want to make you purchase something from me one time, swindle you, and never have you purchase from me again, because I know that my blessing has been found in a repeat customer, and customers that come with me one time and says, Bria delivered exactly what she said she was going to deliver. She is exactly who she presents herself to be on social media, and this is exactly what I need to grow my business. You want to be able to do that in the same way, because if you present yourself as Bria on your social media channels, and then they get onto your email list or they buy your product, and then you're showing up as this stranger that's Jennifer, that's not going to work for you. You want to create consistency across your platforms and create the opportunity for your ideal clients to get to know you and to begin to trust you, and for you to begin to create authority with them. So having effective content is going to help you to be known, help you to be liked, help you to be trusted, instead of being the internet's best kept secret. How many of you guys know that you have amazing businesses? How many of you guys know that you're talented as ever, that you deserve to be seen? Y'all send me some love. Give yourself some love, because it's not easy having a business, but it is important to know that if you are amazing, if you have amazing services, if you have amazing products, y'all must not feel too confident. Are you amazing or not? Let me know. Send me some love by letting me know how amazing you are. Listen, sometimes you got to hype yourself up. Sometimes you have to remind yourself, because it ain't always going to look good for you. You have to tell yourself how amazing you are. So if you know that you are amazing, you have to also make the commitment to make sure that you're not the internet's best kept secret. Your job is not only to give good service to the people that you are servicing right now. Your job is to continuously bring in clientele. Bring in clientele that will begin to make it possible for you to have the amazing life that matches your amazing talent. So here are the purpose of great content. If you don't know at this point, you do need to have your pen and your paper out. We are in lesson. We've been in lesson. But if you don't know, I do request that you go ahead and take out pen and paper so that you can make sure that you are a student. Y'all already typed in ready to receive. So I know that you are ready to learn. And we're going to get this thing popping. So the purpose of great content. Tyra's already hitting us with the number one. We ain't there yet. The purpose of great content is to inform. So you want to create an information pathway between you and your audience. So if you sell body oils or if you sell soaps, you want to create information. You want to teach, what does shea butter do versus argan oil? What does eucalyptus do for your body opposed to lavender? Letting them know that eucalyptus is going to help you to relieve stress. Lavender is going to relax you. It's going to help you to be ready for bed. This is going to help your audience to realize how they can actually use your product and put it in everyday life. You are preparing yourself and positioning yourself as an information source, because that creates trust. When you have a clear line of communication with someone. So think about this like a relationship. If you're dating someone and everything they do is evasive, how many of y'all ever been in these situations? You can't touch their phone. Ain't no, and it's not even like you be trying to be intrusive. You just want to make sure you're safe. You want to make sure that you're in a situation where that person feels the same way about you as you feel about them. So that's how your audience feels about you. They just want to know that they are safe. And by giving information in a clear and concise way, it breaks down barriers. It breaks down mistrust. It breaks down the questions so that they're already answered. And now they're just ready to make the moves. So that's how you want to treat your audience, because that's what we're doing. We're actually building relationships. I tell y'all this all the time. What? We go together, right? Y'all, we not just talking. We not just messing, we go together, okay? I am in this with you. I am helping you to build your business. You are in turn helping me to build my business. We are in this, and when you win, I win. When I get a victory report, when somebody's signing corporate contracts like I got a text about today, I am happy. I am jumping up and down, because it is a win for me when it is a win for you. But the only way that you can win is when I inform you, is when I tell you, is when I make things simple to you that other people have made cloudy and other people have made so confusing. You begin to trust me because you realize, oh yeah, Bria, she's the real deal. She fools with me. She wants me to be successful. So the other purpose purpose of great content is to create authority and trust. So every time I get on here and teach on live stream, I am yet adding to another facet of authority. When you see me give you this hot fire, when you see me tell you about businesses and how to bend them and how to mold them and how to shape them, I am showing you and creating authority because I am teaching you. I am informing you. I am helping you to grow your mind. I am giving you options that build trust and authority. Good content also overcomes obstacles. So your goal is that before a client comes to you or a customer comes to you or they're on your sales page, that they've already made up their mind. They already know that the suggestions that you make to them are valid and viable suggestions. By having amazing content, you want to help them to make decisions before the decision needs to be made. And that is cultivating the soil with amazing content, because sometimes I give you guys content, teaser content, primer content before even giving you guys the solution to the problem. You want to do that as well. So you want to help them to overcome obstacles, break down the barriers in their mind, even if the barrier is not about the product. Sometimes the barrier can be about you. Sometimes people can just be a little unsure. Is this the right move? I've been burned before. Somebody gave me a bad perm before. I lost my edges before. I'm not sure if I feel safe working with you. You need to be able to have information in place before that person is even trying to make a decision so that they know that you can save their edges, okay? Does that make sense? Now, the other purpose and the last purpose of great content that I'm going to cover today is offering opportunity, okay? You want to offer opportunity. So if I came on here and I informed you and I created authority and trust, you believe in everything I'm saying, you picking up what I'm putting down, we don't overcome all the obstacles. If I didn't give you an opportunity to increase, I would not have done my job. Same thing for your content. Now on live stream, this is a long form piece of content. So I can do all those things in one video. I can make you laugh. I can make you cry. I can inform you. I can teach you. I can create authority. I can create trust. I can overcome obstacles, and I can offer opportunity. But guess what? If you're on social media, you may not be able to do that all in one post. That's where consistency comes into place. Speaking of offering opportunity, if you do not know, we are having a live masterclass on Saturday. This is all the way free. So if you are looking to create some bomb content for social media, you can go to 40.com/goodies. The masterclass is called Content, Clients, and Coin. You guys know I always have a client-focused perspective because I want to help us client-focused business owners really get out here and get this bag. The masterclass is going to be at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you go to 40.com/goodies, you can grab your spot. Listen, I have not promoted this to my email list yet. So those of you that are hearing this right now, you are the first partakers. You will have a seat. Go ahead and make sure that you grab it. But when I put that blast out to those followers and to that email list, listen. If you want to replay, you might want to move very quickly because it will be limited seats. I want to make sure that I can truly serve. How many of you guys have ever been to one of my live master classes? Give me a 1 if you've been there and you figured out that I played not one game. Give me a 2 if you went there and it was whack, whack, whack. Let me know. I want to see what you think. But I pride myself on my master classes being just like intensives, being just like a one-to-one session because I really take the time to make sure that my people are fed. I'm not one of those masterclass or webinar teachers where you go and they run you around Robin Hood's barn. They tell you about all the myths that you should avoid. They tell you about all the mistakes you should avoid, and then they trying to sell you something huge. I am going to sell you something huge because I'm going to offer you opportunity. But if you just partake in that masterclass, you are going to be blown away because we are going to break down content levels and make sure that you know exactly what to share on social media. Marley said she ain't missed one yet. She ain't playing no games. Okay. So make sure that you join us in the masterclass if you're interested in that. Other than that, y'all know what time it is. hit me with the number one. Hit me with the number one if you are ready for content. So I'm going to go over 5 content sources for you to make sure that you guys are right in place. Like I said before, this class is not just about, this live lesson is not just about telling you guys that you need to be consistent. It's not just about telling you guys that you need to do better with your content, because I know it's not that easy. When I sit down and I start creating a piece of content for a client, I go through a very meticulous process. I have a content standard in my business that I go through to make sure that my clients are putting forth their best effort when it comes to content. I see the number ones coming through. I know that you guys are ready to receive. Now, before we go into number one, I need to know who I'm talking to. So give me a heart if you know exactly where and how to get content from to talk to your people. Give me a heart if you know exactly where and how to talk to your people on social media. Give me a smiley face if you get stuck, post every now and again, and don't know where to source the content from your business. So a heart if you know exactly how to talk to them. Give me a smiley face if you're a little inconsistent. You're not really, you're not really able to keep up with it when you create it. So I'm getting some smiley faces. I just want to make sure I'm talking to the right room. A lot of smiley faces. Okay. So this explains why you're here, right? Now, do I have any hearts in the room? So people who are on it, they just want to get better when it comes to their content. You know where to get it from. You're just trying to make it easier. You're just trying to make it less painful. You're trying to make it less daunting. Or do I have all smiley faces in the room? Y'all must not have been playing when y'all said this is what you want to learn about. Okay. So I see it. So we're leaning more towards you guys are inconsistent, not able to source it, don't know where you get it from. Okay. So let's go ahead and break it down. So if you are looking for content to post on your social media, the first place you need to look is your existing audience. I'm going to say that again. You want to look at your existing audience. Even if you do not have a big following, you should still have an ideal audience. If you do not have an ideal audience, that is where your problem lies. So most of the time when you guys come to me, you say things to me like, my problem is that I can't be consistent on social media. My problem is I don't know how to market. When honestly and truly, I'm just going to give y'all $1,000. Don't even sign up for the one-on-one consultation. Here it is. Here's your issue. You don't know your ideal client. You cannot create something for someone you don't know. And when you do know that person, you're going to create for them like crazy because you're going to be able to see them. You're going to be able to feel what they're going through. You're going to have empathy for them. You're going to have ideas for them created in a mass scale. If you wonder how and why I am able every single week to have a lesson, not even just every single week, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., every weekday, sometimes on the weekends, I'm here teaching you. That means that I know you. That means that I understand what you are going through, but not because I dropped out of my mom's womb and I had all the answers. It's because I knew where to go and get the information. This is going to be key for a lot of you, but this is also where a lot of people will never be able to overcome. And the reason why a lot of people never have a profitable business, because they do not value their existing audience and they don't know how to get information from the people they already have. So the resources that you have are so much more valuable than the things that you don't have and that you wish for. So you can be sitting around right this second wishing that people would share your content, that you could reach more people, that you could have a bigger audience, but you're not taking advantage of the audience you already have. When was the last time you gave your audience a call to action to share your good information that you are sharing with them? When was the last time you asked friends and family members to help you by spreading the word about your business? When was the last time that you took advantage of the people that you already know by asking them questions about your product? You could know people that are your ideal client. They could be your sister, they could be your brother, they could be your friend, they could be your mom. Now, with that being said, understand that that is not a guarantee. And it's most likely that your friends and immediate family are not your ideal client. So if you're looking for them to support your business, stop it. That's not how this works. But what I am saying is that you do have access to your ideal client. They may not be the closest person to you. They may be, but you have to open your mouth and ask them questions. So you want to start having conversations. We are in a place and time in business where people are valuing conversation, because robots are taking over everything. I'm just being honest with you. Machines are, it may not be like, like a robot, like, but computers, phones, even if you call your bank, you're dealing with the automated system. You will probably be much more pleasant if you called your bank and you could get right to a teller, but it just doesn't work like that now. But guess what you can afford in your business? If you don't have any money coming in, if you don't have an overflow in your bank account, you need to start having client conversations. You need to start asking questions and polling your existing audience. Having conversations with your people does not have to feel like you're drilling them with a survey. It's you tuning your ears up to be sensitive. I started to ask, God, let me have empathy. God, let me have sympathy. Please open my ears to the needs of my people, because I started to see opportunities and content windows in topics and things that I had never thought about before, because I started to value when someone would share information with me, when someone told me what they were struggling with, when someone told me what they were going through. I was like, okay, there's my business idea. I don't have to bang my head up against the wall. There it is. And a lot of us are like trying to, or feel like the business ideas are going to drop from the heavens. That's not how business works. The business ideas come from having conversations. Content ideas come from having conversations. So you need to start having conversations. You need to start opening up interviews. When I opened my Facebook group, Black Business Unlocked, at that time it was called Ownership is the New Black, I did interviews with Black businesses to see what their needs were. I just wanted to talk to them. What are you going through? Why do you think that your business is not as successful as other businesses? What do you think would make your business as successful or more successful as your competition? Asking those questions helped me to pull out themes. And when you can pull out themes, you can begin to break that down into topics. When you could break down the topics, you then turn that into lessons. Lessons then turn into information and social media posts. That's just the way it works. You have to have that commitment. If you don't want to be committed to learning your audience, then you don't deserve to be in business. Simple. If you're not committed to learning your audience, then you don't belong in business. We are in the business of serving. We are service providers. And as service providers, we have to know our people in order to meet their needs. So what you want to do is go to your existing audience, whether you have to source that audience from people you know, put out a filler on Facebook, put out a filler on your personal Instagram, do what you got to do. Do what you have to do to get in touch with your audience. Here's the deal, and I'm going to give you guys a market research. Somebody type in market research, market research. Every beautiful, amazing, astounding idea I have in my mind does not make it to the product line. Most of them end up on the cutting room floor. And the reason they end up on the cutting room floor is because when I have an amazing idea and I'm like, ooh, everybody's going to buy this, I come to you all and I ask you, do you want this? In what order do you want this? Is this going to help you? And you guys tell me, like straight like that. Like that's how you, like, this is my audience. Like y'all tell me, like I'll ask and I'm like, hey, would you guys pay for this? Do you want this? I'm gonna give you 3 options. What's the next thing you want to learn? Y'all hit me with the And when you hit me with that, I'm like, okay, we're not doing that. And guess what? For some of you, it may seem like the worst thing that ever happened. For me, it is a glorious moment because I just saved myself so much manpower, time, energy, creating something that you guys did not want. Straight up. Market research. This is what this is. And by implementing market research, I am able to then pick out content that is purposeful and leads to a product. So believe me, if I pull out a series, I'm pulling out a series because I'm leading to a product. That's just the way my business works. Some of y'all need to steal a page from my book so that you can help your audience, massage your audience, and prepare them for the offers that will truly help them in their lives and in their business. So you want to begin to start asking these questions again. Pen and paper, if you don't have it, you may want to start writing at this point. So if, say for instance, I gave the example before, I have hair, right? I'm going to a hairstylist. I need them to fix their hair. But the last person that I trusted to do my hair gave me a bad perm and my edges fell out and my hair was coming out in the shower and everything was bad and it was not okay. Okay. So I got burned literally and figuratively, and I just do not trust hairstylists at this point. So if that is your target audience and you work with people who have had severely damaged hair, you may make wigs for them. You may do natural hair protective styles for them. You may help them to conceal the damaged hair that they have. So like Razor Chick on it of Atlanta does this on Instagram. They deal with like traction alopecia, major damage, edges coming, all this kind of things. There's a whole lane for this situation. I'm just using this as an example. Some market research questions or some questions to get your audience talking to you would be, how do you manage your hair when you work out weekly? Like, what are you doing? Are you caring for it? Are you covering it? Even if you're covering it, are you massaging it with oil? Are you taking your supplement? Are you drinking enough water to regenerate and to produce healthy cells? What are you doing? What are you doing? What does that look like? While that question may seem benign, like asking someone, how do you manage your hair when you work out weekly? You are checking to see, number one, does your audience work out weekly? You are, number two, checking to see how they are taking care of it. Are they neglecting their hair largely? Are they over obsessive about their hair? Are they over manipulating their hair? You could then begin to see their pain points without someone saying, here are my pain points. Because people are likely not going to do that. And the whole, what is your biggest problem with blank and fill in the blank? That question is trash. If you don't have any other questions or any other way to get to the heart of your audience or to the ear of your audience, you are going to be in deep trouble. Because what's your biggest problem with fill in the blank? It doesn't work for a long period of time. You may be able to do it once or twice, but the same people are not going to be able to or not going to take the time to keep answering that same question. You want to have several different takes and several different ways that you ask about your audience issues and what your audience is doing and what type of processes they already have in place so that you can see how you can help them make their lives more easy, make their lives more efficient, and give them tools that they didn't have before. Other questions you might want to ask would sound something like, what is one thing you wish that you knew about regrowing your edges? What is one thing you wish you knew about regrowing your edges? What is one thing you wish you knew about marketing your business? What is one thing you wish you knew before starting your business about ownership? Positioning these questions in a way that will get people talking and telling their experiences will expose what their issues are. It will expose their weaknesses. It will expose their information points, and it will help you, even if that person is beyond the mark at this point, it will help you to begin to cultivate content for people that are in that situation where they are right now. What was your biggest hesitancy when you chose a lawyer? What is one thing that you wish you knew and what you should have done differently in the relationship with your last practitioner? Like, these are questions that will help you to really dig deep. And that's what you want to do. You don't want to annoy people. You want to ask the right questions, get to the point and get to their issues, but be creating community around it so that you can actually get to know them. Y'all, when y'all come onto my live stream, I want to be able to see your username and think of your name. And when you keep coming over and over again, I go and I look at your profiles because I want to be able to call your name. And sometimes I have so much content going through my mind that I just can't do it. But understand that this is the level of business that you should be trying to achieve, the level of service that you are trying to achieve. If you buy a product with me on Friday, on Monday, you are getting an email from me that says, how was your experience with that product? Is there anything that I can do to help you? Is there anything that you need? Do you want to meet with me? That's how I treat my audience. That's how I treat my clients. That's how I treat my people. And it's an extension of my content. So if I care about you on my content end and on social media end, you're going to get that experience through the entire process. It's up to you if you take those benefits, but understand that I show my people who I am by caring for them from the start. And if you care about your people will take care of you. So some of y'all are trying to figure out how you're going to make this money, how you're going to get this bag, how you're going to pay that rent. Figure out how you can serve people. And that's not by sitting in your own head. That's by asking questions that matter to people that truly and honestly need you. They don't have the skills that you have. They don't have the understanding that you have. And some of you guys just need to increase your confidence in what you've been gifted with, because you do have a gift. You're just hiding, and you just refuse to put yourself out there when it comes to when it comes to your content. So other questions you can ask: how many hairstyles have you had? I ask people all the time, have you ever had a virtual assistant before? Have you ever had a consultant, a coach before? Like, how seasoned are you? Let me figure out where you are in the game. If this is your first experience, I'm gonna have to give you a lot of information and expect this to take a little bit longer, because you don't know. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to make this work. Or I need to look out for your, if you've had 10 virtual assistants, or if you have 10 personal trainers and you still 300 pounds, I need to figure out what's going on. Is this just a physical thing? Is this a mental thing? Do I need to get some support in here? How do I need to help you? Do I need to bring in a friend to do a guest host post? Content doesn't always have to come directly from you. If you are an information source, you are for sure going to be looked at as an authority. So sometimes your pain point of your audience can't be fixed with what you offer. Sometimes you need to offer them other information, but your audience is still going to look at you as such a value add, because you put them in the same room as someone who will give them the information they need to then step into taking care, or to retaining the service that you offer. Very, very important, because a lot of us business owners make the mistake of hoarding information, or not giving to our audience, because we feel like if we bring in someone else that they will steal our audience. Not so, not possible. Not so, not possible. They trust you. And because you brought someone to them, they're going to value you so much more. You will become a resource. Being a resource is a good content perspective as well. You don't always just have to create original content. Okay, so other questions you want to ask is, what are the best and worst qualities of your last hairstylist? What are the best and worst qualities of your last gardener? What are the best and worst qualities of your last physical therapist? What were your best and worst qualities of your last trainer? By asking these questions, your audience is going to tell you what they want to see in the person that they are working with. This may help you to then frame your services, then frame your content, so that they're receiving exactly what they want if they're your target audience, because you want to serve them. And you may not have an awareness of what they need or expect or anticipate from you. If you have the wrong anticipation of your audience, you will never be able to serve them. And if you have attracted your audience, if they are in your community, and if they are talking to you, understand that that is one of the most valuable situations that you can ever have in your business. Hey, Naturally Deb, good to see you. Now, let me know if you guys are ready for number 2 by putting the number 222 in the comment. If this is your first time ever seeing me, my name is Bria Hesh, owner of Virtual 40. If you always come to my live streams, hey, boo. So good to see you. So good to have you. Today we are talking about how to plan content for social media without losing your mind. We are talking about this topic because we are in the holiday season. And even if it were not the holiday season, some of you guys have been in business way too long without knowing how to create content that will attract and serve your audience. This is so important to creating a healthy business. And if you want to feel like the authority in your business, if you want to feel like you know what you're talking about, that you are the doctor, that you can serve your people, that you can fix your people's problem, that you're the plumber, that you're the doctor, that you're the lawyer, that you're the helper, that you're the teacher, that you are all those good things, you have to be able to communicate that to your people. So this, for some of you guys, is going to be absolute game changer, being able to source your content. Right now, we are going over the 5 content sources. If you have not yet, tag someone who needs this information or share it out into your communities. This is going to help me, little old me, be seen by people who need me the most. My mission is that I help businesses in our community, Black business owners in general, to take over their industry, to have their corner of the market, because we don't need everybody. We just need our bodies in the seats, listening to us and serving us, and us serving them as well. So it is free. I see you guys sharing. I see you guys letting other people know about it. And I appreciate that so much. I can't tell you how much I do appreciate that, because again, that helps it to make everything that I do worth it. Also, you guys sending me love, you guys telling me how much you enjoy these live streams makes it all worth it as well. So again, appreciate you guys so much. Now, if you guys are wondering how other ways you can actually reach out to your audience, you can do polls. So if you have a Facebook group, you can do polls. I think on pages, business pages on Facebook, you can do polls now. For sure in Instagram stories, you are going to want to start doing polls. And the reason why you're going to want to start doing this on Instagram is because Instagram counts that as an engagement. So many of us are worried about likes and vanity metrics and comments. Getting someone to respond to your poll on your business page is an engagement. And when you have engagement on your post, that makes you more visible to that person. Remember what I said earlier. If you like my stuff or you like my page one day and you go ghost, and I never give you another opportunity to engage with me, you're not going to see my things. But if every day in one way or the other on live stream, in static posts, on stories, I'm giving you the opportunity to engage, to save my post. Saving my post also is an engagement. If you look through your post on Instagram, let me grab my phone. If you look at your post on Instagram, and this is a post that I made, or actually a repost that I made this past week, because remember, everything doesn't have to be yours. This is a post that I made from the Black Upstart. I got 789 likes, 16 comments, and 32 saves. You would think that I would be more happy about the 789 likes, but I am much more happy about the saves. Can someone tell me why I am more happy about the saves than I am the likes? Let me know. So for some of you guys, it is going to be a aha, like I get it, finally. I understand the content. It's about so much more than we think it is. And that's why I emphasize to you guys about creating community, about creating high quality information. So not your average accountant says they're planning to come back to your account, ? Jennifer said the saves mean they're going to come back to the content. No, I mean, well, yes, but no. So the save does mean that they're going to come back to the content, right? But how many of us have screenshot things, saved it into our videos, saved it into our collections on Facebook and Instagram, done all that stuff, and have never gone back to it again? Naturally, Deb says you can retarget them. This is also true because it is an interaction. The reason why I value the saves over the likes is because the save is a feature that Instagram just allowed, right? Instagram is trying to become an information conglomerate. So right now, you can search topics by hashtags. This did not exist before this year. You can now save to collections, and it's taking on a Pinterest-esque embodiment. And Instagram, when they have new features, just like when stories were new, they have pumped so much money into making this a thing, into redeveloping their platform, into making sure that people are, engaging in that behavior. They promote saving behaviors. They promote sliding behaviors. They promote polling behaviors. When they are promoting a certain behavior, you want to jump onto that behavior that they are promoting and they're spending money on, because that means that your content is going to go so much further. So when I get 32 saves on the post, that says to Instagram, this woman is creating content that people don't just want to see one time. They want to savor it. They want it like a piece of chocolate. They want it like a morsel. They want it, okay? So liking is just literally the bare minimum at this point in time. When you are saving content, that means you really like it. You really like that person. You really like what they're putting down. So I am valuing at this point saved content more than just liked content. And I am noticing an increase on my engagement so much with saved content versus just liked content. So if I show you guys the results or the insights from the post, I got discovered by 8,901 accounts because I'm pretty sure because of the saves. When that momentum started to pick up on that post, when people started to save more, it started to be shown more. So the likes are not actually the indicator that the post was very popular. The saves were the indicator, and the likes are just a byproduct of that. So anytime I have a post with a lot of saves on them, these are my highest performing posts on my page. So that's just a side note and a sidebar for those of you that are interested in creating engagement on your page and boosting your content in a way that will get it seen by more people. You want to create content that is like literally just savory. Like, I need it. I cannot let this go. Some of that might be 4 steps to a high bun for starter locks, 4 steps to styling a black top, put a choker on, you ain't got on no makeup, but you still look all right today. Like, literally 4 steps, cards, slider cards, 5-step cards, like, do it all, because people save that type of content. I know I save a lot of home decor right now. I'm trying to purchase a home. So whenever I see a beautifully laid out home, I'm saving that. I'm about to do a photo shoot. I see someone killing on their photo shoot, I'm saving that. That's, you know, like what people are interested about and allowing you to retarget that. So number two, this is huge. This is so huge. You want to follow influencers and industry authorities. I'm going to say that again. You want to follow influencers and industry authorities. So first thing first, inspired people inspire people. Inspired people inspire people. I would love to believe that I am a freak of nature and a genius, and I came up with all this business stuff by myself. But let me just keep it real with you. If I did not have mentors, if I did not have sources of information, if I did not have places, conglomerates where I was getting my information from, some of the time I wouldn't have anything to give you. But I'm smart enough to feed myself continuously so that because I am inspired, I then take it and run with those ideas. Some of you need to do the same. You think that creating content is always an original from scratch production. That's not how, thank you, Naturally Deb. That's not how content works. That's not how content works at all. I'm going to share with you right now how content truly works. So if you're following influencers and industry authorities, you know one and two things. They are already doing something right that attracts your audience. They're already talking, looking like, acting like your audience likes. We know this because when I'm saying influencer, I'm talking about mass following. When I'm saying authority, I'm talking about they're asking to speak at a conference, or they're highly requested all year round, and they're getting every conference they apply to. Authority. I'm talking they don't have to worry about what they're doing in 5 months or how they're going to make money, or 5 years, because they are an authority. These are people that have built up their platforms and are talking that talk, walking that walk, and people enjoy it. I do not reinvent the wheel. I will never reinvent the wheel when it comes to content. I have a select list of about 10 businesses. They are not all in my industry, but they are businesses that have already attracted my ideal client. So pages that are about finances, pages that are about fitness, pages that are about natural hair, pages that are some entertainment pages, some TV shows. I am following and I'm seeing what kind of content they are disseminating every single day. And once I do that, somebody type into the comment, observe, 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 observe. I spend a lot of time talking, but I also spend a lot of time listening. And I spend a lot of time learning. So I observe the interactions and the delivery of their content. I'm watching when they're posting. I'm watching how they're posting. So is it majority text? Are they always posting selfies? I'm watching what they're posting. Is it inspirational content? Is it content that will agitate people? Depending on the pages that I'm on, they say controversial things. But I can tell that my audience is there because when I go to their page, it's like, oh, well, 100 of your followers follow this page. And I'm like, oh, dang. My followers sneaky. They all on the shade room. What? That's my audience. College educated, business women, children, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled, on the shade room. What? Listen, you got to learn your audience. You got to observe where your audience is hanging out. I take some of my highest performing posts come from the type of style post. So Shade Room has like this white bar that goes across the top of their post. When I started mimicking and mocking that on my page, I started to see like a mass response from that. And I realized it's not even just about talking like they talk or mimicking how they talk or miming how they talk. It is about looking the same way. So if your audience is used to following pages that have beautifully curated feeds, on point graphics, amazing delivery, everything is a production, they're not going to like it if they come to your page and it look like you just threw stuff together. That's not going to work for them. That is not going to instill trust because they have a standard. They have a standard that they've been following and been consuming. So if you go to the authorities page and your authority is yay high, you better get yay high too. That's what I'm doing. I got a photo shoot this weekend. I'm about to pay a G for a photo shoot. Plus a photo shoot, not a website, a photo shoot. Because my competitors are out here, okay? And I need to be out here too. But I also have an emphasis on what will keep my people once I get in front of them. So content. You want to follow influencers and authorities in your industry. You want to actually follow these pages. So it's not just enough to catch them here and there. You want to actually follow. Turn on post notifications for them. On Facebook, like and follow them. See what times of the day they're posting. See what times of the day they're going live. If you have an industry authority, I got an industry authority. She kills the game. She go live late at night. I'm not going to do that. Because number one, I'm trying to be on her live stream. Number two, I realized that some of my audience is on there with her. And I'm not trying to compete with that every day. So I'm going to take my 2:00 slot. I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to let y'all show up every single day. Okay? You got to be smart about the delivery of your content. But you also, back to the original point, inspire people. When I see content and I see it delivered by authorities, even if they're not necessarily geared to my target audience, but they're information authorities, I take that content and I run with it. So the reason why you can accept content from me is the cultural emphasis. I'm just going to keep this so real for me. You guys have to watch where you get information from because the delivery is going to bore you. The delivery is not going to relate to you. They're going to be speaking another language. The examples are going to be different. You're not going to know what listen, don't. Just don't. Like, you want to find people that speak the way you do. And you want to find people that speak the way you do, but are also intellectual, intelligent, can give you the business, because that is the way you're going to receive information. If you are yet looking up the definition of charcuterie, when I could have just said a meat and cheese plate, you're going to have a hard time receiving information, okay? Don't get it twisted. I can ball with the best of them. 100%. I can ball with the best of them, but I know who my audience is, and I'm trying to help y'all to get this bread. Meat and cheese. So the point of all that was, I can see a blog post from the most cut and dry platform ever. I'm just going to say that. I can take it, put my life experience on it, put my spin on it, and make it relevant to my audience by what they say they need from me, and boom, a whole nother piece of content. Follow your influencers and your industry authorities. Pay attention to what they post, when they post, how they deliver those posts. Get inspired, be smart, but don't steal. That is not what I am not telling you to steal. I'm telling you to go get inspired. And I'm telling you to serve your audience. So I'm ready for number 3. If you are Instagram, we're going to have to reset. This is a lesson that's going a little bit longer, but I knew it would because I know that you guys need help. So I'm going to end it. Y'all come back like you never left. Facebook, while we're waiting on our Instagram family to come back. If this is your first time ever seeing me, my name is Bria Hash, owner of Virtual 40. I'm so happy to be with you today. I really am. I'm so happy to be able to share this lesson because I know that for us business owners, this is something that does not always come easy. And I'm not the person that is going to tell you, hey, you can't do this, so go hire somebody to do it. Because some of us are just not in the position where we can have every single area of our business manned by someone else. If you are interested in doing that, send me a DM and you need some help and you want content to be created for you, please send me a DM. You are going to pay for sure. You're going to pay for that service, but I also understand that there are some of you who are just trying to get it down packed yourself. And there are some of you that are also needing to get it down packed yourself. You can't go and get help from somebody else if you don't know who your target audience is, unless you're going to them to learn who your target audience is. You can't go and get help from someone else if you don't know what you are supposed to be delivering to your people. You are the person in charge. You are the head of your business. So hopefully these skills and these tools will help you guys to begin to create independence in this area so that you can be comfortable and so that you can know what you need to do to serve your people. So number 3, y'all hit me with the number 3 if you are ready for it. I don't see it coming through, but I'm ready to give you the tip. Tip number 1 was use your existing audience, poll that audience. Tip number 2 was follow influencers and industry authorities. We are now going to tip number 3 of 5. Now, if you guys have not registered yet, make sure that you do so. We are having the Content Clients and Coin live masterclass on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. If you go to 40.com/goodies, that's the number 4, OURTY.com/goodies. You can reserve your spot by clicking the first link in that on that landing page. If you go ahead and click there, put your name and your email in, you will be registered for the class and get access to the link. I want to see every single one of y'all there on Saturday because I am going to break it down. You will have your social media plan and be able to be independent when it comes to your business and how to apply content to your brand and to your product and to your service. Boom, just like that. Number 3 is to fill industry gaps. So remember, I said don't steal. Don't be out here stealing, telling people, Bria told me to come onto your page, watch your stuff, and steal your content. That is not what I'm telling you. The smart thing for you to do is to fill industry gaps. You want to fill industry gaps. So after observing, after getting inspiration, after gathering and collecting intel, what you want to do is figure out what you can do to be better. What can you include to the industry to make it better? So when I was doing research and when I was preparing to be in my doctoral program, I had to write research papers. And some of the rules that are in the industry, in the psychology community or research in general, is that you have to bring something new that has not yet been discovered or determined. If the university is going to pay for your research, if the university is going to fund the things that you say you want to research, you have to have a take that is, number 1, supported, that has already been researched, but you got to find a small window. Y'all, the approval process is crazy because you literally have to build upon precedents while at the same time filling the industry gaps. So this is the same thing. I know that's a kind of a weird example, but it is the same thing with the content that you put out in your business. By grounding your information in things that are already in your industry. So if we're talking about the hair care industry, we're talking about natural hair, how to do a twist out. You might put a take on it, how to do a twist out in 5 minutes or less. If you're in the makeup industry, maybe you won't just be talking about doing nighttime looks. Maybe you'll talk about how to transition a daytime look to a nighttime look. You're going to take something that is very grounded and that is already applicable, that is already trusted, that is something people are already doing, and then put your spin on it. So your spin might be a new strategy. Your spin might be a new technique. Your spin might be something unique, or your spin might be your personality and your delivery. So sometimes that's what I have to offer, my personality and my delivery. But guess what? I offer it because I know that's what my audience needs. So how can you make existing content more interesting, helpful, or complete? You should be asking yourself that. How can you update prior industry knowledge? So I just went through and did a whole series on how to create digital products online. And the reason why I did that is because the people that I learned from were telling me content that I know was created in like 2012. And I know that I learned the hard way, and I looked at the behaviors of people and realized that those strategies worked then, but the internet is literally so much more saturated at this point that it was my job, it was my obligation, and it was my duty to update that prior industry knowledge. So that's what your girl did, and your girl made a bag off of it, okay? So it's really, really important for you to look at how you can fill industry gaps and how you can improve the content that is already existing. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Somebody type in, don't reinvent the wheel. That is going to take you time. It is going to stagnate your business, and it's not going to serve you or your audience if you're always in a place of frustration because you're trying to start over from scratch. That's not of God. Listen, if I've been out here in these streets and you in 2030, okay, and you're listening to this live stream on Facebook and you are a Black business owner, I rebuke that spirit in you that is telling you you got to redo everything that Bria did in 2018. Absolutely not. You better stand on my shoulders. You have permission to jack my formula. You have my permission to jack my audience, jack my motives, and build upon that, period. Just like I know the people that came before me would not be pleased if I said, oh no, to heck with everything that they learned, everything that they struggled with, everything that they had to figure out on their own. I'm just going to start new. No, that's not wisdom. And that's not the way that it works. So you want to fill industry gaps. You want to stand on the shoulders. You want to keep building. You want to go in the right direction, because that is how new discoveries happen, not by continuously milling over the same thing that we already have the understanding of. We're not doing that. So y'all hit me with the number four. Number four. That's right. Don't reinvent the wheel. We are not doing that. So if this is your first time ever seeing me, welcome. So happy to have you here. Welcome, all things Brittany. So glad to have you. My name is Bria Hash. I'm the owner of Virtual 40. I own a virtual assistant agency catered and created for Black women in business. I started this virtual assistant agency all by myself. It was not an agency when it started. I started with absolutely no money, my brain and my laptop, in a nice little photo shoot, and I began my business from that point. Since then, I have helped several businesses. I carry at least 4 to 7 businesses at a time, and I help them to create information content or information products and content rapidly. So that is my name. That is my addition to the game. I create high quality content every single day on social media and live streams and webinars and workbooks. I not only do it for myself, but I do it for my clients as well. So if you wonder, why is this girl talking about content? It's because I do it every single day. And I delight in the work that I do for my clients. I'm grateful for the work that I'm able to do for my clients. And I'm grateful for being able to share some of the strategies that I use with you guys so that you can begin to get this money that is sitting out there waiting on you. Okay. Number 4, be the shepherd. Be the shepherd. So your people are trusting you. Your people are trusting you to inform them. And it doesn't even have to be deep. You don't have to be a preacher. You don't have to be a teacher. You don't have to be a rabbi. You don't have to be anything. You could just be you, a business owner that has a product or a service to offer. And guess what? People still need your opinion. People still need your expertise. They need you to be the shepherd. They need you to tell them and to give them insight on the information that they do not know. So as the shepherd, you have to take responsibility and say, I am the content or knowledge authority on this topic. This is my lane. This is my business. Shawty down the street might have edge control on lock. But I got beeswax on lock. And I know about beeswax. I know what to use beeswax for, how to use it in the hair, and how to get it out of the hair. This is my lane. Go down the street for edge control. Come to me for beeswax. I don't know why I'm on hair today, but this is just what it is, okay? But yeah, like if that is your area, it is your job to be the shepherd. You have to take responsibility over that area. You need to ask, what does your audience need specifically? What do they need to know? What information do they need to know to take action? You also need to ask yourself, what content do I need to share to serve and to help? Remember, your job is to serve and to help. And guess what? It is not always about the one thing. Like, it's not always about the one thing that you sell. And that's where a lot of you guys make the mistake. You only want to give content around that immediate thing that you sell. If I only talked about business 100% of the time, if I never offered relief, if I never offered inspiration, if I never offered a laugh, if I never offered any of those different things, you guys wouldn't come back. Because why? Like, why would you do that? It is important that I share about finances, that I share about mental health, that I share about spirituality, all these different things that you need to be a business owner. As the shepherd, I have deemed that for my people to be necessary. I have made that understanding and that commitment to share those topics. Even if I'm not great with those topics, I apply myself to those topics. I read things to sharpen me with those topics, because I understand that if I want you to partake, I have to be living that lifestyle first. So you guys encourage me more than you know to be better, to be a good person, to be all around organized, to practice what I preach, to pay my debt down, to give portions of my finances. You guys help me to do that, because if I'm going to get on live stream and I'm going to tell you those things, I got to be able to prove it. And I would be completely out of integrity if I wasn't practicing what I preach. So some of y'all got the they don't know no better clients, or don't know no better followers, or they'll never do this, or they'll never pay for that, or they just don't know. If you got those kind of clients, just wave your hands. Send me some hearts. Let me know if you got some they don't know no betters in your audience. I got a lot of they don't know no betters. I got a lot of y'all where I have been trying to help, suggest, push, because I recognize what's on the other side. I'm like, why can't they just do better? Like, I'm offering them something and it's minimal sacrifice. If they just got this, they would see their business take off. Some of y'all ain't got nan follower, and y'all want to have y'all's books filled. That ain't gonna happen. It's not. And I try to share things to help y'all with it, and y'all don't take it. And I'm like, why? And I realize they just don't know no better. Like, they just don't know. And it's other things that I try to share, because I'm like, if you can just get control of your personal life, then your business life will be in alignment. And I realize they just don't know no better. But guess what? That they don't know no better area is where I come into play. That's also the help area. So if you got clients, I'm not doing you, Deb. I'm really not. Listen, if you got clients that you just like, it could be the daggone thorn in your flesh. You just like, why won't they get it together? That is the lane you should be taking. Because if that lane is keeping them from the product that you really want to offer, that is your baseline of information that you should be sharing. Come on, literally, I hope that just helped y'all, because listen to me. Here's the deal. Let me break it down from my business perspective. If I'm going to help you guys get business information, I also have to help you guys understand and value investing in yourself. It's no surprise if I turn around and say, hey, people who have never purchased anything for business expertise before in your daggone life. Hey, people who are struggling and are trying to keep up with consumer debt. Hey, people who didn't have example of entrepreneurship and don't understand what risk and reward is. I want you to come over here and I want you to spend $2,000 on this mentorship. That's not going to go too well. So before I get to the point where I'm trying to offer you a $2,000 mentorship, I need to sit over here with you, okay? I need to sit over here with you and teach you about financial responsibility. I need to sit over here with you and teach you the benefit of visibility. I need to sit over here with you and teach you the benefit of being an integrous business owner. If I didn't spend time on teaching you why integrity matters, and you come from the gutter peanut butter and you've been jugging and you've been robbing and you've been scheming your whole entire life, you're going to have a problem dealing with me, because I'm going to look like Mary Poppins to you, but you don't know my story. You don't know my life. Like, you really don't. You don't know what ended me up here. But I realize when you put good things into the environment and into the atmosphere, you receive good things back. And I know who my audience is. And I know y'all probably have jugged. I know y'all probably have schemed. I know y'all probably have robbed. And guess what? That's okay. And if you haven't done it, you know somebody who has. It's been an option for you in your lifetime. That's okay. But if we're going to have businesses, we have to have them in a place of integrity. We have to be sowing from a place of abundance, not from lack, and not from trying to steal stuff from people, because you can't have a business like that. So for me to get you to the place where you can understand where I'm trying to take you, I have to bring you up from that point. Somebody said gutter peanut butter. I'm just telling you, listen, that help area is a place where you instill trust. That help area is where you grow your people up. Sometimes some of y'all are not making money in your business because you didn't have the patience to grow your audience up. They still doing the same old things. They still missing appointments. They don't call, they no show, like all these different things. If you sat and you gave them consequences for doing that by taking their credit card in advance and charging them when their butt didn't show up, you will help them to grow up. Helping them to grow up doesn't always just mean getting on live stream. Some of it is just you feel. If you back out of a contract that you signed with me without letting me know, you're going to get that automatic debit from your account. Grow up. The next time you won't do that. Sometimes it's about tough love. Be the shepherd. Be the shepherd. Be the shepherd. You have to be the shepherd of your people. Teach them, help them to grow up, help them to get the information they need. I always call this the base level of information that they need to take action. I call this ground zero behind closed doors. So this is ground zero. This is where I help my audiences and the audiences of my clients elevate, so that when we give them an offer and when we ask them to take action, they are ready to do so, because we've met every single prerequisite as far as preparation to get them into the level of action. They know what's required of them. Oh, you want to grow your social media channels? Oh, well, you're going to have to invest in advertisement. You want to grow your social media channels? Oh, well, you're going to have to present yourself to an audience the way they're used to be presented to. Oh, you want to grow your social media channels? Oh, that means that you're going to have to show up at least 3 times a week because everybody else is. You want to grow your social media channels? Oh, well, you're going to have to do a little bit of research, because you can't just jump out the window and think that everybody's going to receive what you say without knowing them first. Okay? Like, literally. There's a requirement of everything. And you have to help your people to understand what that requirement is, because some people just don't know better. Okay? They just don't know any better. So y'all hit me with the number 5 if y'all ready. This is the last tip of the day. Hit me with the number 5. We're talking about how to source content. So before this lesson, y'all probably came in here and y'all like, what is she going to talk about? I don't know where to get content from. She ain't going to tell me nothing, because I ain't known where to get content from since 2016. And I'm certainly not going to learn today. How many of you guys have benefited from this content? Does this and what I have shared with you today make you feel like you can now create content for your business? Y'all give me a yes with an exclamation point if you feel like it has been helpful to you. If it's not, hit me with a no with an exclamation point, and also tell me how I can help you to get to the place where you can share content with your audience and be comfortable with it. I'm gonna wait to see what y'all say about it. Okay, yes. Okay, good. Awesome. I know that this was so necessary for y'all. And I don't just hope, I am speaking into you guys that you will begin to take the shepherd's position. And like I said before, I use some really heavy concepts and some really heavy, hey, Reverend Shanika Brooks. Shankia Brooks. Let me correct myself. Welcome. Now, I don't want you guys just to feel like Bria can do content. I want you guys to feel empowered to know that you can do content. So that's why I'm giving you guys the sources of where to get content from. Also, let me just say this. Another thing that I do and a strategy that I do, and the reason why I have, again, taken the time to give you guys the sources is because of the saying. Y'all know, if you fix a man a piece of fish, they're going to be hungry in like 2 hours. If you teach a man to fish, they will never be hungry again. And I need for you guys to be empowered so that you can serve your people, because it's not enough of me. It's not enough of me to go around. There's plenty of me. You know, I'm a lot of women, but not enough to divide the pie, okay? So I need y'all to be able to go out there and get your own content and to be able to serve your people and to be able to serve your audience. So number 5, whoa, I keep on forgetting my point. Another thing that I do to source content, back to authorities. So authorities was number 2, follow influencers and authorities. When I look for authorities, I also use Facebook groups. So I get into very specific and particular Facebook groups. So when I had a client that did mobile phone repair, I began to friend request a lot of phone repair Facebook groups because I want to see what people are in there talking about. If they're having problems sourcing inventory and getting pieces to repair phones, I saw that and like, oh, well, we can make a blog post on there. How to easily source inventory when a new iPhone comes out. If I went in there and saw that they were struggling with chargebacks, like people were getting their phone fixed, but then they were disputing the charges, how to make sure what process to go through to reverse a chargeback. Like, I would go into these groups and I would go and see what people are saying about these topics. The same thing I do in my business. I don't just use my group. I don't just use my channels. I go into bigger channels and I see what people are talking about. So some of you need to get involved and get invested in Facebook groups. Some of you also need to go through and go to YouTube. So if you fix cars, go to people who fix cars on YouTube and go through their comment stream. So you want to go through those messages to see what people are saying. Somebody might be in the comments saying, oh man, listen, I tried to fix my radiator 3 times, but it kept on busting on me because I wasn't turning off or unplugging this pipe. So I just made that up. I don't know how to fix cars. I don't know where that came from. But say, for instance, you did see that. You go into the YouTube video, you fix cars, you repair cars, and there's a comment that says, oh man, I tried to fix my radiator. Every time I did it, it would blow because I forgot to disconnect the PVC pipe. Made that up too. I just heard it one time. So say, for instance, that was being said. You will create a blog post that says how to fix your radiator in 4 steps without having your thingy break. I don't fix cars. But the point is that you want to go through these resources and say, okay, how can I flip the problems or the comments or the questions that people are asking, because it won't always come in the form of a question. Some people just want to add dialogue. Some people just want to say things. And you have to be, remember, sensitive. Ask God, universe, spirit, make me sensitive, make me empathetic. Some of y'all just need sympathy. That's the key for some of y'all. Sympathy. You can't feel, you can't understand what anybody is going through. So therefore, you're blocked in your business. You can't fix problems that you don't have the capacity to understand. So maybe ask to be more sensitive. Maybe ask to be more aware. Ask to be more receptive to the things that people are saying to you, because people could be dropping nuggets on your doorstep every single day. But if you have a hardened heart, a hard mind, and hardened ears, you're going to have a hard time taking it and applying it to your business. But that's where your breakthrough is, to be honest with you. I'm not creating anything from scratch. Once again, that's not what I do. I'm here to serve. And the way you serve is by listening, watching, now that we're on social media, perceiving, taking it a step further. I appreciate that. I thank you for saying that. But yes, you definitely want to do that because that is where your breakthrough comes. And if you are the type of person that thinks you're going to pay your way, it doesn't matter how many coaches you get. It doesn't matter how many consultants you get until you learn how to spend time with your people. You cannot skip development. You cannot skip development when it comes to content, when it comes to products. And development means humbling yourself and talking to people. Some of y'all are just like, I'm not talking to people. My time is better used when I am doing money-making activities. Talking to your audience when you don't know how to serve them is a money-making activity. That's just where you are in the process. You may not be ready to do a live stream every day. You may not be ready to do an offer every day. You might just need to listen. Okay, number 5, use entertainment, popular culture, and current culture to bring engagement to your platforms. So it is important that you not only share information and original content, but content that people are already liking and enjoying. If a movie comes out, if a song comes out, if a meme comes out, if something funny happens, if we're sharing, like when Maxine Waters was like, reclaiming my time, people remixed it, people made a song, it was all over the news. I would have been crazy if I didn't repost that onto my channels. The reason why you want to be keen and aware when it comes to these things and why you will be hip and great if you do so is because you're riding the waves of what people already like. So this goes back to authorities, content sources. You want to ride waves. It makes it easier for you. Some of you are making this content thing so much more difficult than it has to be. Like I said before, if on your page you only talk about nails, and I see some of y'all making this mistake so much. If you do nails, if you sell lashes, that should be the majority of your content. It should not be all of your content. Because a design can only take you so far. A design can only take you so far. And if you're doing M&Ms on somebody's nails, that's not going to appeal to me. I need to know how flexible you truly are. And the way you do that is by sharing techniques, is by sharing health, is by sharing sanitary techniques that you have, is by sharing how to grow your own healthy nails, is by breaking down how to clean your nail bed so that your nails will grow, is breaking down how many vitamins you need to take to see your nails grow, is by showing that you should be drinking water. Like, I'm just telling you, like, I'm just saying. Marley said, preach, Bria. Listen, business church, #business church. Understand me when I say this. You have to reach deeper. But back to what I was saying before, you want to use entertainment. You want to use popular culture. You want to ride those waves. You want to get on those waves because it makes your content so much more easily delivered. It increases know, like, and trust, and it creates community. If you can make people laugh, you can do anything. If you can make people cry, you can do anything. It is a part of delivery of information. So back when philosophers were entertainment, so when we had Socrates and Aristotle and all of these Greek philosophers that was out here in these streets, they used a couple of ways to get to people and to help them to make decisions. One of them was emotions. One of them was logic. And one of them was ethics. So if you can find a way, this is going back from the inception of intellectual property and, beyond. If you can go back to that fundamental and you can get an emotion out of someone, if you can get them laughing, if you can get them crying, if you can get them expressing, if you can build community, you're winning with your content. But it's up to you to figure out how that applies to your people. It's up to you to figure out how you can say those things. To make them respond. And some of that comes by asking, giving a call to action, giving a call and response, asking them to DM you, asking them to take a step with you. Remember, the job of content is going to be inform, create authority, create trust, overcome obstacles, and offer opportunity. So you want to offer that opportunity for them to get engaged in conversation with you. You want to share information that has nothing to do with your business, but your audience is honestly interested in. So creating situations where there were times like when Greenleaf, my show, like, we gonna sit down, we gonna be in this Facebook group, we gonna live comment about it because I'm creating community with my people. I'm creating community around what is going on. If Being Mary Jane was still on, I would be creating community around that, because these are my shows. These are their shows. This is my audience, what they like. So you want to create community around entertainment, popular culture, current culture, because that's where memes or virality comes from. I always say virality. I make that word up like every time. Viral content comes from. A good content strategy will have all those things. So let's go ahead and sum it up, and then I'll take questions for about 5 minutes. So the first thing you want to do is use your existing audience to use market research and to ask questions. Jennifer, I appreciate you. Jennifer said, I always get something really good when I tune in. I appreciate that. Number 2 is to follow influencers and industry authorities. So you should not be reinventing the wheel. You should be adding to it. You should be, looking and seeing what your audience already likes, because they're an influencer for a reason, even if you don't agree. So even if I make you mad as heck, I might be a micro influencer. Your girl's not an influencer yet. But even if I make you mad as heck, people are following me. So why? Figure out why. And you may not do it the way I do it. You may not do it the way they do it. You may think that is whack. You may think that it's unprofessional. You may think that it's unpolished. But what about them is attracting their people? Everybody don't like Kim Kardashian. But you can't deny Kim Kardashian. You can't stop her bag no matter how much you don't like her. You just better figure out, if that's your audience, what makes them like her so much. Number 3 is fill industry gaps. Number 4 is be the shepherd. Number 5, entertain with popular culture, current culture, and ride those waves. So that is all. How to plan content for social media without losing your mind. I try to make it as simple as possible. I know some of you guys are really honestly and truly struggling when it comes to this area. I pray and impart that it is going to be much easier for you guys to go out there and talk to your people, to attract your audience, and also to create an atmosphere that when someone finds you, they can just fall down the rabbit hole and get right in with the mix. So a great part of content and having a robust and consistent content strategy is not just what you're doing in the moment. When I have new people to come to me and come to my page, I see them going back and liking posts from like 32 weeks ago. And then I know that I did something right, because I created and made soil so that when they come and they find me, it's like, oh, how much can I get from this woman? How many videos does she have stored on her Facebook? Where can I see more? Where can I get more? You want them feeling like that about you. You want to be an information source. You want to be a community source. You want to be an entertainment source, all in one. So again, if you guys have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Don't forget that the masterclass, Content, Clients, and Coins, is going to be on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. I'm looking to see every single one of you guys in the room. So go to 40.com/goodies to grab your spot. That is the number 4, OURTY.com/goodies. If you are on Instagram and you head to the link in bio, you will see that link is right there for you. You can just go ahead and click the first button. If you are on Facebook, it is pinned in the comments here. All you have to do is click on that button. Last call for questions. Any questions from any of you guys? All right, my loves. Well, if you have any questions, let me know. If you guys are interested in having content services from me, listen, I'm always here and I'm always open. I am one DM away. If you need help with it, just let me know. I'm always here, always ready, always wanting to help. Guys, one more time, share this out to your communities. Let them know that we are here and we are talking. If you think of someone that needs this help, y'all go ahead and add them here. I appreciate you guys joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic day. Go and create some content for your people. Help them to get to know you. Help them to understand your product. Not your average account said, oh, wait. Okay, I'm going to wait for you. But yeah, do all those good things. Okay, what do you think about Creative Market for Templates? I love Creative Market for Templates. So for graphics, I absolutely love Creative Market for templates. That is where I used to go get templates. That's all I can really say. Now, as for content, I've never gone to Creative Market for anything like that. But as for like graphics, backgrounds, fonts, all those good things, Creative Market. If you guys are getting started and you're looking to position your content in a way that is going to be pretty to your people, Creative Market is a very easy way to do that. So you just have to have a couple of skills to make it happen. So taking the templates that are from Creative Market and pairing that with some graphics that you might have using Canva, or if you're familiar with the Adobe suites, that you can do all that good stuff. I don't know nothing about it. Okay, I use Canva templates. Now, I thank God I got a graphic designer, because your girl is not good at graphics in these streets. So I love it. So yes, they are legit. Absolutely. If you have how to start and grow your business download, I have Creative Market on that list. So if you're looking to start a business and you want to like learn what you should be using in your business, and make sure that you have like a validated list. If you get the how to start and grow your own business in the freebies link on 40.com/goodies, I think it's the second or the third link, grab freebies. That will be helpful to you. Creative Market is certainly on that list. I do approve of that message. All right, guys, that is enough for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to be jumping in. Hold on, let me grab the schedule and see what is up for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to be going into how to increase social media engagement with amazing content. How to increase social media engagement with amazing content. So I'm excited to jump into that, but y'all got to be back here at 2 p.m. tomorrow, and we'll get right into it. Y'all invite somebody new. Tell them that we're here. Tell them that we popped in. I will see you then. Peace. Thank you, Nessa. Y'all have a good one. Thank you, Jen.